Kevin Hincks, co-host of Fast Market Live at the CBOE, is with us. We have the PCE as well. Good morning to you, Kevin Hincks.
Good morning, Nicole. You know, since the market closed yesterday, we've got several market-moving events that have been going on, as we've been getting all week. Microsoft and Meta, their earnings. Jenny will talk about that in a moment, I'm sure. Those are driving the futures overnight and the markets pre-morning. That said, what else is there? We have to figure out, besides that one sector of AI and chips and CapEx spending, is the rest of the market going to be able to follow these two names? So there's the question we have to answer this morning. Now, for today's economic data, not perfect if you're looking for lower levels of inflation and Jerome Powell's ability to cut rates. Personal income and outlays came in stronger than expected pretty much across the board, Nicole. Personal income up 0.3, 10th better. Personal consumption expenditures up 0.3. That was a 10th worse. But PCE, price index, up 0.3 on the headline and the core, that's in line. But the year-over-year numbers for headline PCE, 2.6%. That's 0.3 higher than last month and a 10th higher than expectations. Core, year-over-year PCE, the key Fed indicator, 2.8%. That's a 10th better than last month and a 10th better than expectations. So inflation is not going in the right direction in terms of these numbers. Now, we'll get another big number tomorrow when we get wages and non-farm payrolls. But right now, really good news from corporate earnings. Not great in terms of the macroeconomic look at inflation, Nicole.
Look, I mean, yesterday we heard from our Fed chair talking about the rates coming down to get close to their levels of the 2% desired level.
Jerome Powell, when he got up there yesterday, Nicole, what he talked about was the dissents. He talked about, the tariffs versus inflation, and they expect to see some of those start coming up. He did say good things about the labor market being at 4.1% unemployment. We'll get a new number on that tomorrow. That's at full employment. That's half their mandate. The other half, Nicole, as you know, was inflation, and he said that's above target. That's the number this morning that's working against the narrative of lower interest rates. And if you notice, the CME FedWatch tool, that went from over 50% to now under 50%. For the September meeting, it pushed it back to October, and the December meeting moved into next year. So now suddenly there's only one rate cut in October built in, and that number got pushed back from September to October. So not great in terms of the fight against inflation. But again, you and Jenny will talk about really good in terms of corporate earnings. The CapEx spending that has really been the big topic this week, that number just continues to explode, as you know.
Yeah, understood. And we have that jobs report tomorrow. You had claims today, and a lot more about deals in the works and things, the economy moving, right?
Yeah, we did get a deal late yesterday from South Korea. They moved their tariffs from 25% to 15%. They also, South Korea is pledging to a $350 billion investment in the U.S., shipbuilding, chips, batteries, biotechnology, and nuclear energy. They also will purchase $100 billion of LNG, liquid natural gas, so that's a good thing. So that number that we thought might be 25% is 15. India, Scott Bessent kind of called them out today. They were those talks that started out very strong have kind of stalled. That's why President Trump came out with those new numbers on India. And again, the China talks continue to advance. That's going to be, we all kind of understand, that's going to be a longer process than these other deals. But yeah, good news out of South Korea as their tariffs get lowered from 25 to 15 based on a trade deal. Nicole.
All right, Kevin Hincks, great to see you. Thank you so much. Futures looking high.